Oh no, it's sunny. Okay.
UFO Garage.
Hey, this is another episode of UFO Garage.
I'm Ben.
I'm Joe, and this is where we talk about UFOs, aliens, and all things weird.
Whoa, things
Hey.
weird.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, pretty good. I see that you like aliens.
I like aliens too.
I like aliens too.
Hell yeah, man! What's up, dude?
Dude, nothing much, man. I'm glad to be alive.
Yeah. I'm glad you're alive too, dude.
I'm glad to be live. Almost missed the entire weekend this past weekend at the Spaced Out Radio Vegas party.
But
That was a shit show, man. It was a shit show.
Yeah, I think that's the understatement of the weekend.
Yeah.
It's definitely a shit show.
Yeah.
I loved it.
We get there Friday. Jamie and Bree, from that one time I was abducted by aliens, they picked us up they were so sweet. They picked us up from the airport, drove us in, had a couple drinks with the crew, met up with Dave and Sonny, and then I got food poisoning. And then I pooped my pants and threw up for the next 10 hours and spent the night in the hospital.
Dude, that was insane. You were
sucked.
like, woohoo! And then you were like, oh, hoo, hoo.
Yeah, I shit my pants in the casino, like on my way to the bathroom. I shit my pants. I did.
Well, dude, the good thing about that, though, dude, is that you had more than one pair of pants. It would have been a way bigger issue had you not had, that other pair of pants. So,
I know.
It worked out. It worked. And we both had like real shitty sinuses, so none of us could smell anything anyways. So it worked out.
That worked out for the best.
Yeah.
I came out of the bathroom in the casino bathroom, and all you guys were standing like at the exit. I'm like, I gotta go upstairs.
I'll see you later.
Yeah,
dude, that's a good thing that they smoke in those casinos, man. Hell yeah. A little bit of a recap, dude. A little bit of a recap.
Well, we have some other buddies that want to chime in. Sonny.
Hey, what's up, guys?
And Jamie and Bree.
Man. I don't know what those guys are doing. I never know what they're doing back there.
Never know what they're doing.
What's
Sonny,
up, Sonny?
be honest. Did you smell when I pooped my pants? Did you smell it?
No, I think I might have been upwind. Luckily.
Okay,
but you didn't look good. You didn't look good. I was worried.
That was terrible. Bree, Thin Lizzie Borden's actually in the chat. She sent me an awesome care package. She sent me some Sprites.
Hell yeah,
a couple little snacks.
Some Vicks.
Some Vicks Vapor Rub for my belly and my tum tum.
That's what's up, dude. That was cool.
Yeah, but,
dude. By the end of the week, bro, you had so much shit just piled up by the door, like food wise. Like you were like, oh, I can't eat anything. I'm so sick, and there was like a mountain of food. Like, yeah, it's awesome, dude. It was awesome.
Dude, Sonny, I can't believe we got to meet you in person, dude.
That was me.
I know, that was cool, right?
I was like, I recognize he looks exactly like. I guess it makes sense. Yeah, you look exactly like you do on TV.
Yeah, I do. That happens. You guys too, man. Hey, everyone that's listening. Joe and Ben are the two nicest guys you're ever going to meet. That part's not an act at all. These guys, they're not. Yeah, they're two of the nicest people.
Oh, Bubba.
Oh yeah, thanks, dude.
Dude,
It was
you did
the best time. It was fun, dude. That was the funnest thing I've done in a while.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, man. It was a lot of fun, dude. It was crazy because like I didn't know what to do without my sidekick, and I got into a lot of awkward situations by myself that usually I can pawn off on my sidekick for a couple seconds, and then we worked through it together. And it was strange, but it was like venturing out into the world like a little bird, and like learning my way around without my buddy. It was crazy, dude. It was crazy. And then like having to set up computer equipment. I was all stressed. I was sweating the entire time. I sweated all weekend, bro. Because I
Dude,
was so nervous.
and you did it.
I tried to help Joe. I went and got a speaker, came back, all done. He had it all ready to go.
No shit.
Hell yeah.
It's like, damn, he's fast.
That is awesome. I'm so proud. I'm so proud.
Thanks, dude. Sometimes when I put it under pressure, I perform really well,
Yeah.
unless it's sexual, and then it's and then not.
You
I
came back
I prefer no pressure sexual situations,
Oh, hey, I saved a story just for your show.
Oh shit.
I haven't really told Spooky or Chad. I did tell Bree,
Oh my god.
then Lizzie. I told her.
Yes.
Okay, on the way home,
Uh-huh.
we're going through the desert, and this Jeep pulls up next to us, and then he slows down, and he pulls up next to us again, and he slows down, and me and Josh, because Josh is in the back of the car, and we're thinking, dude, this Jeep is badass. We're just looking at the Jeep, and we wave to the guy. We can't. Well, we wave to the person. You can't see because there's tinted windows. So we're in the middle lane. It's a 3-lane road going through the desert, and he slows down and gets behind Deanna, and then goes around her in the fast lane and speeds up again. This time he's going like the same speed as us, just barely passing us. But when he gets even with the front of our car, he's got these big, huge, bright KC lights on the back of his truck. He flips them on and cuts in front of Deanna and slammed on the brakes.
What?
Was this at night?
Huh?
Was
In the
this
desert.
at night?
Coming home at night in the middle of the desert.
Bro.
She swerved. Man, you want me to tell the whole story?
Yeah.
She swerved to go around him because we couldn't. So we're going to hit him. You can't see the brake lights. You can't see his license plate. You can't see anything. And he's got him in the front too. So she swerves to go around him so we don't hit him. And he starts running us off the road. So I panic and I open the glove box. I grab my gun, and he see me pull the gun out of the glove box, and he slammed on the brakes and just followed us for probably 50 miles.
What?
He could not keep up. I just told Deanna, that's it. His Jeep won't go that fast. Just kick it up to like 105 for 10 minutes. And then, then I seen him as we were speeding away. He almost caused another wreck. So I don't know if he was, then I was like, holy shit, maybe he's not drunk. I think he was trying to rob us, because where he did it, I couldn't call the cops or nothing. There was no phone signal.
Oh shit.
Bro.
Oh, fuck.
He was trying.
Luckily,
he was definitely trying to rob you.
My nephew, luckily, is a cop. The one's in the back seat. So I don't think he realized what he was doing. But with those KC lights, we couldn't see shit, dude. We couldn't see nothing. We can't see his plates at all because they're right where the plate goes. It's so bright.
That is some wild west type.
It was wild west in the desert, dude. Instead of horses, he was using a truck. He was using a Jeep.
Oh,
that's why it's important to always keep that thing on you, man.
Yeah, you got to.
Because sometimes you can't call a policeman.
That was the first time I've had to use my concealed weapons permit because someone was trying to kill me. Dude. It was terrifying. My wife was driving, dude. That was scary. That was horrible.
Holy shit. Yeah, the good thing about a Jeep is that if you run it fast for longer than 5 minutes, it's gonna overheat.
Yeah. That's what I told her. So just kick it up there, and he won't be able to keep up. I told her pull over, and she said, I was like, just pull over. It stops.
Holy crap, dude! That's insane.
It's like the Jeeps are. Well, I guess I'm guessing it was like a Wrangler type.
No, it was a fucking 4-door Rubicon. Dude, it was so badass. It was orange, 4-door Rubicon, and the tinting on the back windows was the American flag in orange. That was the tint.
What the heck?
All the way around the back windows, and then the side windows were tinted in chrome in the front. You couldn't see in there. I don't know how many people were in there.
Holy crap!
That is
good thing you didn't have to find out.
I know, dude. Shit was scary.
That's nuts.
It was scary, man. Jim seen I was shooken up when I got here, and I told him what happened. He was like, Jesus Christ.
So did Jim end up coming in?
Yeah, He did.
Hanging out?
He stayed till Tuesday.
Yeah.
Then he was gonna come back again. He didn't go to Bob's. He couldn't go to Bob's.
Oh, yeah.
Snow. He couldn't get through with the snow.
Oh shit.
Oh,
So he was
no.
gonna come back, and then he didn't. And man, I'm glad he didn't because I got sick. So
Oh no.
glad he didn't
Yeah.
show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
So you tested positive for the Rona twice? Is that what we're, dude? Oh my god!
It's like
So it's for sure
20
you got
minutes
it.
ago. 20 minutes ago.
Well, enjoy. I feel like you feel pretty good right now. Enjoy it while it lasts, because you're about to get knocked on your butt.
I'll be
dude.
fine. I'll be fine.
Yeah, Sonny, you come across as the kind of guy that's like that's gonna be okay through this whole thing, you know? Hell yeah,
I'll be okay, guys.
that's what's up, dude. That's what's up. Yeah. So, dude, I mean, Vegas was crazy, man. It was a crazy few days. Yeah.
I'm
definitely a
so
crazy
glad you
few
didn't
days.
get robbed, but
I'm glad I didn't get killed.
dude, that too.
Hell yeah, dude.
Uh,
Damn.
I had so much fun with y'all, man. Like, it was just on the little amount of time and just the stories. Like, Joe would come back in the hotel room, and I'd just be I was like asleep for most of the weekend, dude. Like, it was just me sleeping, and then Joe would come in all amped up and like, bro, I gotta tell you something funny. Like, so I was hearing it like third hand, and and it sounded like next year for sure. Next year for sure.
Dude, I was so impressed, Joe. You kept going up there and checking on him. He would literally leave.
Oh hell yeah!
I gotta go check on Ben.
Aw.
And then he would be gone, dude. I was like, man, what a good friend, dude.
At least every hour and a half, dude. You gotta hop up there, you know. So
Dude,
hell yeah.
yes,
You
you
Such a good
did.
friend.
hell yeah.
Did you hear about that when the ambulance people, the EMS came and picked me up and hauled me out into the hallway? Joe followed them barefoot and was like, I don't know what to do now. And they were like, I guess just hang out here. You can't go with us. And he was like, oh, okay. And then, and then turned around and the door was locked to the hotel room, and then he couldn't get back in.
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy, man. It was crazy.
That's why you were locked out.
Yep, I was locked out. I followed him out, and they were like, hey, you don't have shoes on. And I was like, I know. And they were like, well, you just hang out here. So I turned around, I was like, oh, fuck, my door's locked. And then, like, I ran downstairs, and then I went down to the front desk, and I was like, hey, I need to get another key for our room. And they were like, who are you? And I told them, and they were like, yeah, you're not authorized to get another key. And I was like, oh, shit. And I was like, well, my buddy just got rolled out of here, EMS, and when we left, I was holding the door open for them, and then they closed it, and they were like, yeah, that's a good story. That's a good story. I still can't give you a key. And I was like, I tell you what if I get a hold of his wife? She knows, and she can confirm everything is straight. I'm supposed to be here. And they were like, yeah, that's fine. And so I did. I called. I gave him your wife's number, fool.
Yeah.
And she goes
Jess
back
told
there.
me this part. I didn't even know about this part.
Yeah, she calls up there, and I guess she called a couple times and missed it. And then the office people called her, and then they were like, nope, she didn't answer. And I was like, damn it. And I was like, what am I supposed to do? They were like, I guess you just wait till she calls. I'm like, well, what if they don't call till tomorrow? And she was like, well, Vegas is really big. I was like, oh, okay. And so I go and I finally call Jess. I'm like, hey, Jess. I'm like, hold up, dude. I need to talk to these people. And as soon as I hand him the phone, dude, my phone died. And I was like, golly, this is becoming quite the issue. And so then finally we made it happen to where the front desk gave me a key. And I finally made it upstairs. And I was like, well, Ben will be here probably tomorrow morning. I'm gonna go ahead and close these cute little eyes of mine and get some sleep. And then 45 minutes later, Ben shows up. He's like, hey, he's knocking on the door. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? I'm like scared. And I like peek out there, and I like see kind of something. You're not even standing in the peephole, dude.
Yeah,
You're
I
like
was
kind of
doing-
halfway through the peephole, all like ring style and shit. I could just see your hair. And I'm like, this is fucking creepy. You're like, dude. And I was like, oh shit, it's Ben. Let him in. And like, I don't know why I was expecting you to be all peppy. I was like, hey, what's up, dude?
Yeah, you're so peppy. I got kicked out of the fucking hospital. They were like, hey, you're able to drink water now, right? I'm like, yeah, I guess so, man. And they were like, okay, well, you gotta go. Like, wait, what? It's like 2:45 in the morning, and they fucking kicked me out. And I had to get a new Uber back to the hotel. It was terrible. I didn't even know that hospitals could do that.
God damn, it was freaking crazy, man. That was really crazy.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. And then, dude, and then I was telling you the other story, man. Sonny fucked my mouth up, bro. Like,
what?
Yeah, and not how you're thinking. Man, I went downstairs. I was like, oh my God.
Oh, what's up, fam?
Hey, what's up? Yo, that's
the crew. That's the Vegas crew.
My mouth is getting dry just looking at that fucking case that he's got right there.
That's
dude,
what you
he rolled
that
this
alien OG will get you.
He rolled that doobie up, dude. And he was like, this one's a spliff. And this one's not a spliff. And then he handed me the not a spliff. And I was like, fuck, I'm gonna have to smoke this whole that. We started smoking it, dude. God, my mouth, bro, was like, it just stopped working. All the salivatory glands in my mouth disappeared, right?
Yeah.
Fucking, bro, we go inside. I ended up telling Sonny this, dude. Like, when I had this stupid thing happen to me, I'm fucking standing there.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm chilling. I'm like looking for something to drink, and like nothing is there. My drink is gone. Fucking Nicole Sackage comes up to me, bro, and she's like, hey, how's it going? She's dancing. She's having a good time. She's drinking her drinks, you know. She's wilding out, dude. And she's like, hey, what's up? I'm Nicole. And I'm like, yeah, I know who you are. And she's like, what's your name? And I got this UFO garage shirt on. I'm like, my name's Joe. And I'm like, hey, I'm so sorry. I can't really talk to you right now
because your mouth is like,
dude. I was like it just wouldn't even like work, dude. Like it wouldn't even. It was ridiculous. I'm like, hey, I'm so sorry. I need to get something to drink really quick. And she's like, okay. She's like, you having fun at the conference so far? And I'm like, yes, I am. I'm so sorry. Like, and I'm looking around and I see like a random drink from some fucking random person. I don't even know who it was. And then I pick up the drink, dude, and like I drink it, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, I can talk. And as soon as I turn around, I'm actually gonna like introduce myself and be like, hi, pleasure to meet you. My name's Joe. I'm sorry about that. My mouth was so dry, you know. I was gonna be like real personable. Yeah. And as soon as I turn around, then Bree from Tojiwaba comes up and she goes, this is our song. She like screams at us. And she like turns around and she was like, oh, okay. And then like she goes and just sits down. I was like, oh man, I look like a total asshole because she was trying to be nice to me. And I was all like, hey, I can't talk to you.
Talk to you right now.
I was like, oh no, she got the wrong idea. Like it wasn't that I didn't want to talk to you and introduce myself to you.
It was like the best way you could describe like
it was just
I literally can't talk.
My mouth doesn't work. And then I didn't even learn my lesson because then the next day I smoked another one with Sonny. And then we went to go eat at the steakhouse, bro. And like, I'm trying to hold it together. I'm looking at everything. The waitress, bro, that waitress, she was on point, dude. She was good, wasn't she, Sonny?
Fast, dude.
Jesus, dude, that was crazy. Yeah.
And then Joe, like 8 to 10 hours later, I threw that lovely dinner all up.
Oh no!
I was so mad.
So mad. Didn't even get to fully digest it.
That was my steak.
It was a good steak, dude.
Do you remember how Joe ordered his steak, Sonny? Because I do. I remember he told me how he ordered it, and it was hilarious. Do you remember how he did it?
I think he got his steak medium.
Oh, I mean,
he remembers
like, he said he's real goofy about it. He was like, I will have.
Oh, yeah. He did do that. I thought you meant like how he ordered it to be cooked.
Yeah, that was confusing. Yeah,
I didn't even like. It was so crazy. I didn't even mean to do it like that. She just got to me, and I was so excited. I was so hungry for. I hadn't eaten. I was like, I will have the 16-ounce medium, please. And a Dr. Pepper. And then I was all weird. I was like, oh, shit, I already said Dr. Pepper. Yeah, I want a Dr. Pepper. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like, no apologizing.
And then Sonny told me this funny ass story about his friend in a bat. Or
my brother-in-law. That was funny.
Oh, God, dude. That shit was hilarious, bro. That was so funny.
Yeah, I don't know if I can share that one.
That's such a flex. You should make a Patreon and tell that story on Patreon, dude. There you go. That's how you do it.
Good story.
The white, the bat. story.
Albino bat attacked my brother-in-law at like 2:00 in the morning, man.
Yes. It's an
Oh,
albino
shit.
bat. Joe told me the story. I didn't hear you tell it. But
God damn, yeah, it was good. It was good, man. Sonny, you just did a show, didn't you?
We're still doing it. I think they might be viewing us, doing a viewing party right now.
Oh my God,
Oh.
let's do the meta thing. Let's pull it up.
Dude,
Let's
see.
watch them watching us watching them.
What happened
Chad?
to the Vegas ladies, dude?
Which
Oh
ones?
my God.
They hopped out.
Jamie and Bree,
Oh,
they
that's right.
tried to get in. I think the service was a little too a little shaky.
Oh, this is so meta right now. It's like
Oh,
it's like them watching us, watching them, watching us.
Watching that.
too much.
Wait. Oh
This
yeah.
is
dude.
awesome.
boys.
If y'all aren't subscribed to Paranormal Shop, subscribe, y'all.
Go do it.
Subscribe, y'all.
Go do it right now.
And Chad Smith and Spooky Morales, and the JoJo Bones Show, and Jeff Hardy.
Hardy.
Dang.
Dude, everybody's over there.
Dang.
Yeah. It's a cool place to hang out.
Yeah,
Hell
man.
yeah, dude. That is awesome. That is awesome.
Dude, and
Well,
they're
we-
watching us back, and they're sharing the screen.
Can we double share the share?
Oh my God.
Oh
Bro.
my god.
Oh.
Oh my God.
He put our
Yes.
advertisements up.
That's awesome.
Dude,
I love it.
that's so
One of
funny.
our sponsors.
So, dude,
Breeze cream pie.
so Sonny, dude, what did you think about the whole Vegas thing overall, like the actual like conference part where like everybody got to hang out and chit chat?
Man, that was actually fun. That was good. And then the people I got to meet, like I've been telling everyone, Dirty Filth from
Yeah,
SOR that does the artwork. Yeah, that guy's so nice.
yeah,
He's such a good guy, man.
yeah.
Yeah, he's fun to hang out with.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
Who was
I didn't get the
Grant?
chance to talk to
Grant
him. I
dressed
didn't
up like
recognize him.
Superman.
Yeah,
That-
Grant.
when he came in, yeah, that was too much.
Grant.
Dude, Grant was a hoot. He's awesome. I love
That
that
was
guy.
hilarious. He gave me $100 to not shave my beard.
Yep.
He's amazing.
I was like, that's cool. This is a really nice guy. I
I
like
was
him.
the last night there. I was headed back to that little bar area where there's a band, and Grant and I were walking and talking, and some dude, one of his buddies came up behind him and just yelled, "I need more money." And Grant was like, "God damn it!" And then I don't know. I kept going. I didn't realize that he turned around. But
It's so funny, dude, because like even when I got there and I met everybody, it wasn't until I got back home and then saw everybody posting that I saw like their profile pictures, and I was like, "Oh, that's who that was."
yeah, I did not recognize Filth
Ah.
without his makeup, man. I missed the opportunity. It was in passing, but
Yeah,
they-
and Grant doesn't have the queen mustache like in his profile
Nope.
photo. I was like, "Oh, that's you." Oh, because he was like, normally I have like all this going, but then like in his profile picture, he's clean shaven. I was like, "Oh, I know you now, dude." I mean, I don't know you. I mean, I do know you. I know you. Real crazy thing.
And I'm sure this has already been said a million times, but Enzo, the good luck Chuck,
Oh man,
freaking winning like $2,000. That was awesome, dude. Great to meet you, Enzo. Man, we had a great time, dude.
that was
Do you
awesome.
believe? Yeah, 24-10. I think he just told us.
24-10. Hell yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
Nice.
That's
That's
awesome.
nice.
That's
Sonny, do you remember do you remember that one Bigfoot guy that was on there and he was talking about the hair, the clear hairs on Bigfoot? Do you remember that dude's name?
The two guys, right?
No. There was a one guy and he had the blue shirt on, the blue bowling shirt on. Man, you may have stepped
I might have
outside.
stepped out. Yep.
You may have stepped out when he went up there. Dude, he was saying like some cool stuff about Bigfoot. I was like, damn, I never heard that before. That's cool.
Yeah, what you were telling
Hey,
me
what-
was awesome about the clear hairs and all that.
Yeah. What
dude.
about? I missed it. So what do you say about those clear hairs?
Dude, he was saying like, some people think that, He was like, it's kind of weird because it takes like all the whole like Bigfoot like teleporting and stuff kind of like out of the argument. Like if you're just trying to use it, because he was saying like some of these hairs that we find are like clear. They're like long and thick and clear. And he was like, it's kind of weird. Like if you think about it, we test it and like the part of it is hominid and a part of it is unknown, and then it comes out as unknown hominid, but we know all the hominids, but these hairs for some reason come up as unknown hominid. So technically we don't know what it is. We know it could be a hominid of some type, right? And he was like, but these hairs are interesting because if you can imagine having a whole bunch of them laying under your fur, and then you were to like hide behind a tree or something, and turn just right, how it would catch those hairs and almost be kind of see-through. So it would camo you into like the background, or like how people see Bigfoot and he looks real blurry, like running. It could possibly be why. We look at like chameleons and we look at octopus and how they're able to like kind of change, into their surroundings. He's like, we don't really know of any like, any hominid or like monkeys or anything like that can do that. But, it's a big world out there. It's possible.
We had a guest on our show that brought a picture of Bigfoot, and he'll go in and trace it with his mouse so you can see it. And it's see-through. The only thing you can see on the Bigfoot is his eyes and his nose.
That's so crazy.
You can make out his shoulders all the way down to his body and his legs, standing in front of a log.
Yeah, dude.
That's not the like Bigfoot one you're talking about, but dude, sorry to interrupt with so you're saying there's a photo of Bigfoot where you could see the eyes, but it's
you can see his eyes and his nose and this part of his eyes, and it's almost like he's got some kind of ghillie suit on that camouflages him, but it's not too far away in this picture. And I'm trying to remember the guy's name that took it. It was one of the guests we had on our show.
I do that too, man.
Yeah, it was a while back. But yeah, that picture, I think it might still be on my StreamYard account.
Dude, I think it makes sense if it's anything like this. I mean, this is like so I remember watching a video, something about this college graduate or grad student that figured out how to make these like handheld invisibility shields. Like they're not perfect, but at a distance, like you would never know. And what it does is it just bends the light around you with in the way that it fractals the light. I mean, I don't know the exact science behind it, but
yeah, dude.
Look at that, dude. He's just walking behind this thing.
It's crazy.
That's amazing. Like, so the thing about the individual hairs, I don't know. Something maybe what were you saying, Joe, about like if they get spooked and they kind of like raise their hair up?
Yeah, like what if they like flex and can like push that hair up like as a defense or like a hiding mechanism, and then the sun just catches it at the right angle, and it's kind of like that little shield. It's just bending light through these cylindrical tubes. Because that's hair,
Tubes.
You look at a prism, or like you look at those little cylinder prisms, and it's doing crazy shit to light. Hey, I don't know. I don't know.
I think you have a winning idea there, dude.
I think there's something to it. It's not my idea. It was that guy's idea.
Yeah,
and he was wearing a bowling shirt, and so I believe him.
Carter Bouchard.
Was that?
I think so. I think that's what.
Let me see his face.
Bree and Enzo are saying. Carter Bouchard.
Yeah, that dude was awesome.
Yeah,
that dude was awesome. The other two guys that were there that were doing the Bigfoot stuff, those dudes were awesome too. Like, yeah, that was just such a crazy like thing I had never heard about before. So it caught my attention. I was like, it's pretty dope. I kind of like, it was like, part of me was like, good. Now I don't have to tell people that Bigfoot teleports anymore, right?
Right, yeah.
But then part of me was like sad because I was like, I kind of like it when Bigfoot teleports. But, if I got to talk to regular people, we'll go with the see-through hair thing. That'll make more sense.
Yeah. I'm going to have to find that picture because that see-through hair thing, when you see the picture, it makes sense.
Dude. Yeah. It just brings a little more. It takes like the mystery out a little bit. I don't know. Like I said, I have mixed feelings about it because like I want Bigfoot to be able to teleport. But at the same time, how fucking cool is it that there's a giant something or other out there with see-through hair that can bend light and go invisible? That's almost just as cool, right?
A cloaking hairdo.
Yeah, that would be sick.
I am glad that we're not having to rely on like technology for that to be the answer. I love that it could possibly. I love this new idea. Like it could be a biological thing,
Yep.
or evolutionary thing, instead of like, oh well, maybe they're just really smart and they figured out this tech long before we do, and they just held on to it better or whatever. I love it that it's more
Yeah.
biological in nature. That's so
Don't
cool.
get- like I said, dude, I love portals. I love teleportation. I love the multi-universe thing, like multi-dimensional. I love it. But like, goddamn, that's just so real for them to be like, oh yeah, no, it's just hair. Honestly, they're that good that you thought they fucking teleported a giant animal. You thought they teleported, and it's really just hair that's under their top hair. It's an undercoat.
Do we know of any animals that can camouflage themselves that fast? Like a chameleon? Does it takes a second for them to turn, doesn't it?
It takes a second, but an octopus is pretty quick. I mean, they're
quick.
pretty instant.
You're right.
Yeah.
Chameleons take a while, and they can't just like blend into the exact color of their background. Like it depends on which species it is. I had one growing up, and it could only turn like a dark brown to light green, and it just depends on their mood and like if they're happy or well fed and stuff, or if they're like threatened. But they can't like turn like a one species of chameleon can't turn like bright orange. Like that's not in that species. But
It's a certain kind. Yeah.
Yeah. But,
all right. I thought they just mimicked whatever color they were on.
Yeah.
That's what they show in the cartoons for sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then octopi, they can, I don't know. I think they're more intricate and like they could do it really fast, and so can
Like cuttlefish. I think.
cuttlefish.
Don't they do that? Yeah, cuttlefish.
A vanilla paste and a cuttlefish.
A cuttlefish. I mean, you just think about the idea of like this animal that can like just pop its quills out, kind of like a porcupine, and then those quills can do all kinds of cool colors, see-through quills like that. I don't know. That's crazy. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Hell
That is pretty nuts, man. I've never heard of the clear hair theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
seeing that picture. That picture just popped straight into my mind when you brought that up, because that would make sense. Because we're actually the picture I'm talking about, where I tell you could see his shoulder, you can see the outline of him,
Uh-huh.
but you're looking through it, and it looks blurry, like that thing that guy's standing in front of.
Yeah,
And
dude.
it's all up over his
That's
head,
great.
too. You can see his eyes and his nose for sure. You do see that.
Hell yeah. And I don't know about you guys, man, but every time I leave one of these conferences, I sit back and I think to myself, I'm so confused again.
Yeah, I've got to like reevaluate everything.
I get more and more confused. The more and more people I talk to, I'm so much more confused. It's like who knows? Who knows?
That's not it. That's not it, right?
No,
That's not it. Yeah, dude. What? So bravo, Dave, for giving everybody together. I mean, that he's so good at that, man. That was so fun. I feel like it was pretty flawless, dude. He's got a lot of good friends. That dude, he's got so many friends that are just so interesting, man. Like I've never met that many people, that interesting people in one place. That like we kind of already knew each other, so we were like, yo,
Yeah.
So
dude.
there's like no awkwardness. It was awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, dude.
Definitely fun meeting all those people.
Yeah,
Everyone was very nice. Everybody was nice.
Yeah, everybody was. But it was, man, it was really cool seeing our little crew too. Just like, yo, dude, I hang out with you like almost every weekend. Like,
It did feel good, man.
Yeah.
bro. I'm so glad y'all drove down.
Yeah. It's crazy how like I feel like even though none of us had ever met, like I had just known everybody. Like it was easy to just hop into conversation with people because you're just so used to doing it.
Yeah, that's what I said to Deanna too. I was talking to her about Thin Lizzy. I told her it's just like I've known her for a long time. Like it seems strange to see her in person.
Yeah,
it's like I see her in person all the time for some reason. It felt like that.
100%. It was kind of like meeting coworkers in a way. It's like we talk online and then like a little bit and then shit. There's like you see them in person. You're like, you're taller than expected. Okay.
Yeah.
Bree and Jamie are hilarious.
Oh
Both of
my
those
god,
girls,
they're so
just
funny.
like on the show, they're crazy.
They kept it going, dude. They were like,
Yeah,
I don't think I don't think they're in character. I think that's just they're funny as hell.
Nope, no
Hell
character
yeah.
there either.
They're
That's
so
no character either. They're not acting. Those girls are crazy.
Yo,
It's real, man. It's
they're
real.
so funny.
Yeah, that was
partiers.
so dope. That was so dope, man. For sure.
All right,
Ben.
we'll see you in Vegas next weekend, dude.
Yeah, let's go.
No.
Oh wait, I got the vid. I gotta wait.
7 days.
Yeah. So,
You have to quarantine, dude.
I know. I'm gonna go sleep in the trailer. I'm gonna go sleep in Jim's trailer.
So make sure you
Dude.
change the sheets out this time.
yeah. Hell
Yeah, I better do that.
Don't
Yeah,
don't
so-
leave those on there, dude.
No, I usually change the sheets. I make him make his own bed though, for sure. I give him the sheets. It's all here, dude. I better be able to cut the quarter off of it too. It's just like the Navy around here.
Oh, dude,
I love that.
that's so funny.
Bounce a quarter off it. That's
Oh,
so
my
good.
book. I should have showed you guys my book. I left it in the house.
Oh,
He
damn.
gave me an awesome book, man. Autographed it. One of the ones that was
Nice.
on the table, Joe.
Nice.
Or
Oh, hell yeah. Did you get the SR-71 or the Skunk Works one?
Skunk Works.
The Skunk Works?
Hey, I think
good
it's
one.
That's the new one. Yeah.
We have it back
Yeah.
there. He signed one for Ben
That's
and
it. That's it back there. Yep.
I. Hell yeah.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
It's 5 pounds a book to read. I haven't made it through it yet.
Isn't that book wild, dude?
Yeah.
That
Who is
fucking
Bob?
did he show you that little nuclear reactor thing that's in the book? It's pretty wild. It's like this
It's the size
just,
of like a shipping container.
yeah, it's like the size of a shipping container. And he's like, yeah, they're working on making them smaller. You can put them on airplanes. You can just
He
fly it
didn't show me.
indefinitely.
He did tell me I had to read the whole thing though, or he's going to test me on it next time he sees me.
Hell yeah.
But he didn't
Yes.
tell me about that. I'm gonna have to look that up now.
Yeah, he was talking about something like, he was like, yeah, this thing, it requires zero maintenance, and you could build one and like power the United States for like 40 years. He was like, you could put it on Air Force One and just keep it up in the air forever. And I was like, what, dude? He was like, yeah, can you imagine if you were able to shrink that down and put one on the back of everyone's house? Like, you would just have energy all the time. That'd be crazy.
Yep. Man,
You could put your weed in it too.
Yeah, you could put your weed in there,
put your
man.
weed in there. You got your weed.
But holy crap, like,
Man,
it's crazy to think that something like that exists, right?
I know.
And they have it, and like Jim saw it and took a picture, and then everybody is like, but like, we need no more solar panels, we need windmills. And you're like, no, Jim took a picture of a thing that powers the United States for 40 years and Air Force One forever,
Yeah.
and you only need 2 of them.
Dude, I mean, I don't know how dark or deep down this rabbit hole of like energy and all that, but like I've been like thinking this same thought for a couple weeks now, like that the easier and cheaper and more efficient technology and energy gets, the more dangerous it gets, and that's why we're not seeing it.
Well, we got to see it eventually.
Well, that's why we're not able to, handle it. Like we're not going to just give over a hydrogen car to any civilian that doesn't know what they're doing. Like, if you spark the wrong thing in the wrong situation, like it's a bomb. Like it's now a bomb.
I mean, you could just make it to where it runs on water, you know?
But that's the hydrogen separation from the H2O. So like that now it's hydrogen gas that's in your tank instead. So instead of the fumes from fuel, you're burning hydrogen gas, which is like is a hydrogen bomb, dude. Like it's pretty dangerous.
What is that? I forget what it's called. Instead of using uranium, they were talking about using, I think it's called thorium was the other alternative. And they were like, oh, it's way more stable. And they were like, can you make a bomb out of it? And they were like, well, no. And they were like, no, we're not going to use that.
Oh,
We want uranium. And they were like, yeah, but you're going to like blow the world up. And they were like, I know, that's the whole point. And then they made it, and they made atomic bombs. And then they were like, what are we going to do with all this byproduct and waste? I don't know. What is it? It's called fluoride. I don't know. Fucking put it in people's toothpaste.
Oh no.
Like what?
Wait, that
you
fluoride is a
serious?
byproduct of.
Yeah, fluoride's a byproduct of nuclear waste.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's where it's like where it comes from. It's
So they
crazy.
said you can't bury that stuff, and then they said, "Well, we'll just make people eat it.
Yeah,
The fact that it's in our
They drink
water
it in their
isn't
water to
necess-
get rid of it."
yeah.
So, like, there's not some scientists like carefully adding quantities of fluoride to our water system. It's like from groundwater, right? Like you're saying the fluoride's in the groundwater, or
It's
not drinking water, right?
So I'm not sure what the process is, and I'm sure that there was some guy who was like, "Fuck, we got to figure out what to do with this." And he was like, "Well, if you put like microns of the shit, it won't hurt you. So maybe if we just spread it out all over the place, it won't be that bad. You just put a little bit in the water, put a little bit there, and it makes your teeth hard. It's
That's
good
like-
for your teeth."
That's like stepping in shit and tracking it through the house and just saying, you know what? Just keep going. Don't pick it up. Just
Yeah.
keep spreading it.
It's okay. We have a mop.
Yeah, we have a mop.
We'll clean it up later. Let's
We'll
just disperse it and get it out everywhere. We'll clean it up later.
We'll smear it.
Yeah.
Enzo says, yes, thorium is a type of heavy salt that can be used in reactors.
I'm a little smart today, dudes.
Smart.
Get a little smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enzo is a smart guy too.
Yeah, dude.
He's
Oh, yeah,
confirming
he
it.
is. Confirmed.
Good,
Yeah, confirmed.
good point, Sunsaver. Hydrogen on demand is safe, too free to profit from.
Yeah, dude. And you would think that, like, I mean, there's a lot of water, if you want to make profit, like, I mean, just use water, right?
There's some of it on Earth.
It's everywhere.
There's some.
Yeah. I want to just imagine what else you could power up with those balls he's talking about too.
Bad.
Dude,
Just
yeah.
like,
Let's see if I
don't
can
even
find
need
it in
the
that
water.
book.
You put that in an electric car and you need one this big.
Yeah, dude. Tiny little one for like a motorcycle, dude. You can run that shit
Forever. No
bro.
gas. No.
Thin Lizzy Borden, yeah, not for your good eye, not good for your third eye. Like, yeah, the whole thing about fluoride is that it calcifies your pineal gland, right?
Yeah. Calcifies your pineal gland. It makes you dumb.
I must have a lot of fluoride in my water. 'Cause- well, the dumb part. I don't know about the third eye thing. I haven't meditated in a while.
See if I can find this thing. This thing is pretty. Oh, is that it? Maybe. No. By the way, guys, if y'all haven't checked it out yet, definitely go check this book out. This is Jim Goodall's 75 Years Skunk Works book. It's amazing, and it's only $1 per year a book. So if you buy it on
What?
Amazon, you got to be friends with Jim Goodall. Otherwise, it's like a $75 book.
Oh, nice. Dude, worth it. Those are like
Dude.
some photos that no one's ever seen before.
Nobody's ever seen a lot of
Yeah.
these photos. These are like one of a kind.
Skunkworks allowed Jim Goodall to
It's
walk
awesome.
through there and
It's
take
awesome.
Yeah.
photos. The only dude they've ever allowed to do that. Like, what,
Yeah.
man?
It was like, hey, you want to see some shit in the back, Jim? And Jim was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Please. Let's see. It's back here in the back of the book. He was like, yeah, it's a prototype right now. Yeah, here it is. This is what it looks like.
Show and tell.
It looks pretty cool.
That looks like a Tic Tac, dude, or an iron lung.
An iron lung. Yeah.
but he was saying that can fit inside of a shipping container, right?
Yeah, you can fit it inside of a shipping container, and they're working on like smaller ones. Let me see.
Cool.
What does it say? Yeah. Fission. It's a fission reactor. It's the thing that the sun does. That's what it is.
Wait, hold on. I thought we hadn't figured out fission just
Fission?
yet.
No, that's fusion.
Yeah. Fission.
Oh, no.
See, now
Fission,
you're the
yeah.
smart one.
Yeah. Fission.
you're the
One
smart
of those. One of
Oh,
those.
God.
Well, they figured it out. They were like,
Fission.
hey, they called the sun and they were like, hey, what are you doing? And he was like, fission. And they were like, oh, I got it.
Fission.
I can do
Fission.
that. By containing this reaction, the energy can be released in a controlled fashion to create usable electricity that can power a remote austere base or a small town of up to 80,000 homes.
It's crazy.
That's
Damn.
yeah. Yeah.
What
One
if you-
interesting development is the possibility that the compact fusion reactor could be made small enough to power a manned or unmanned aerial platform.
Platform. Oh, are we talking like giant triangles that people often see? They're floating over cities very slowly.
Possibly very large platforms.
Okay,
With
triangular in shape.
with at least 80,000 homes inside of it.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Uh-huh. Yeah. Remember somebody that worked here once said, not only do I have the technology to take ET home, but I have the contract.
What if he lives on a giant triangle in the sky, dude, and he's not going to a different solar system? He's just taking him home.
This book is absolutely worth it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
He did tell me that what I told you guys about on here a long time ago when I seen the thing fly over the house, all slow, barely moving. I thought that was a stealth bomber.
With the tether?
He said no. He told me for sure, no, that is not what you've seen.
Oh.
And then that's all he told me. He wouldn't.
He's pretty tight-lipped. I'm surprised. I mean, I'm not surprised. But he said no. He said no, it wasn't a bomber.
Yeah, he told me no. That's not a stealth bomber. He said if that was a stealth bomber at that height going over your house, he goes, they can't go that slow either. He said, so when it went by your house, it would have blew all the windows out. He said they're that loud. This thing made no noise. It's quiet.
Damn.
It looked just like a stealth bomber. It looked exactly like it. Damn. So it's like that with a re-engineered power source.
It's more of a Michael Schratt question, right?
Right.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Hey,
guys, I thought of a Michael Schratt question. I would have loved to ask him this past weekend. Or yeah, Jesus, it feels like it's been 2 months. But okay, so you guys know about like the 1865 airship thing in Aurora, Texas?
69.
69. That's what's up. So there's this whole new like rabbit hole I've gone down on TikTok about Tartaria and it actually existing, and that there's something called the World Fairs, and there's all these books and illustrations based on these World Fairs, and that this really high tech civilization used to travel the world, and they utilized airships, these zeppelins, and they. From our history, like it's just been kind of erased from history that we used airships a lot more than we know about. Like tall buildings used to have platforms where they could ride up their airship and come down, and that's why there's always like a staircase that goes to the top, from the top to the bottom. I don't know. Have you guys looked into that?
The World Fair is like one of the first places that they used a string of light bulbs to light it up.
Oh, cool.
Because a lot of people would come there and show off inventions and things, and so yeah.
So it was a real. It's like it's not like a fictional thing. Like
oh yeah,
no, I think the World's Fair is also where Tesla that electrocuted the elephant? That killed the elephant?
That was Edison.
Yeah,
Edison.
He did that to start a smear campaign against AC power to show how like dangerous it could be. He would like electrocute animals in public and say, I think
AC? That was at a World's Fair with the elephant.
Oh, shit.
And he killed it. That's messed up.
That is messed up.
That means he did it wrong.
He didn't press the button right.
Edison? What an idiot. What an idiot.
Oh yeah, 509. I love that video. Have y'all played BioShock? He says the video game BioShock talks about the cities in the sky and the cities in the ocean from the crazy elites. 100%.
Yeah, dude.
I forgot about that video game. 100%. That's where like
it's in Civilization, and one of the eras you go through, you have to compete in the World Fair.
Okay.
And you come up with like inventions, and so like the idea is that like you have to have like the most culture and like science happening, and like your civilization to like win the World Fair section of the game. It's pretty cool. Damn. I don't do that. Remember I told you I just pump a bunch of coal out and like flood the world, and I stay on the inside.
Yeah.
And I go raid people's cities.
You're a reptilian, man.
Yeah, take that, dude. Gandhi was talking all that shit. He's not very peaceful in that game. That dude always putting soldiers near my borders, and I don't appreciate it.
You're saying Gandhi is in the video game?
Yeah, he's in the game. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I always play as Teddy Roosevelt because you get the Rough Riders at a certain point in the game, and you get the P-51 Mustang too, and you can fly it, and you get the stealth bombers. It's pretty sweet. Yeah,
cool.
you can play as everyone. There's all kinds of civilizations. So you could be like, you can play like as Greece, Egypt, America. Like it's wild.
Oh.
India, it's dope.
I've
Civilization.
never even heard of it. I've never even heard of that. Dude.
Yeah, it's so dude, it's so dope. It'll take you hours. I love those slow civ building games that take multiple days to put together. It's awesome.
You play games like that too, man?
No, I've only I play Skyrim, I play Skyrim, and I've played Tropico. It's kind of like a roller coaster tycoon type game, kind of like what Joe's talking about, but more dumbed down. And then I played a couple of shoot 'em ups, and then my reflexes got slow as I aged. And now I just didn't enjoy it anymore. It was terrible. I was playing against like young spry, like fast twitch. I don't know. Yeah, it wasn't fun anymore. Shoot 'em up games. So I've stopped doing that. I don't even play video games anymore.
It's not. My grandson will kick my ass at him, so I don't play him no more either.
Yeah,
That's where you're gonna bust out the 64, get some Smash Bros going, and show them what's up, or some Mario
Yeah,
Kart.
Smash Bros.
Yeah. So let's play some Mario Kart, fool. See what happens.
Yeah, dude.
You know where all the secret passageways are. And you don't tell him.
Dude. I played my brother in Diddy Kong Racing, and that fool didn't know what hit him. He was like, "You ready for this?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm ready." Diddy Kong Racing. That shit was cool.
What did Diddy Kong's his noise that he made? Like where did they get the idea for that? It was like "Dugga-da, dugga-da." You remember that?
You ever heard a monkey when he falls out of the tree?
"Dugga-da, dugga-da."
That's what it sounds like.
I don't know. Oh, dude, yeah. Thin Lizzy says she still plays Mortal Kombat. Remember when we lived together, fool, and I would play Mortal Kombat and I could never beat the last level?
Yeah, and I would play you, and I would get so mad because you were so good. You remember that? How pissed I would get? Like,
Dude.
bro, I'm trying.
Because that was like the first year that you could like put the soundtrack on your Xbox. So we like throw Pantera albums on there, and we would play Mortal
Yes.
Kombat. It was like the perfect soundtrack
That
to
was
Mortal
so
Kombat.
That was so fun. I never won against you, by the way. You beat me every single time. You were so good at that game.
I was trying to beat the last level.
I remember,
couldn't.
dude. I remember us like freaking out when you did get to find. Are you sure you didn't beat the final boss? Because I remember it being like epic as shit.
I don't think so, dude. I don't think so.
I just enjoy watching other people play some of those games, man, more than I actually do playing them.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell
Dude.
yeah. What's up, Louis?
So I wanted to get you guys' thoughts, man. Sonny, do you know anybody personally that has implants? Alien implants.
Oh, I was gonna say.
What kind of implants are we talking about?
Not like fun ones.
Okay, implants. Trying to think. We have any guess or anything? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not 100% for sure.
Ben, I know we've met a couple people that have some implants.
One of these days, I'll bring an X-ray in of Papa Willie when he's in here and let you guys see him. It's just solid metal. He looks like the Terminator.
Dude,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
All through his back, there's big old screws like this. Long, he's crazy.
That's
So
sick.
if someone's gonna have an implant, you can put one in him and no one would ever know.
Golly, man. These things are so crazy, right? Implants are one of those things that it's for me is pretty important, right? Because it's really like the I don't know. Okay, I may be misspeaking here, but for me, it's one of those like ground level. You want proof? Here you go.
Yeah,
Here you go.
physical evidence.
It's like it's the physical evidence that people want. You can show people marks. You can tell your story and things like that, and it really takes a certain person to really get on board with that. And I get it, but then these implants are something a little wild. They're crazy. It's just it's wild that some people have these implants in them. It affects people differently. Some people have claimed that they can be controlled. Some people claim that they're probably a tracking device. And who knows what they are? Who knows what they are, right? The frustrating part is that, you have these guys like Dr. Rodger Leir doing these experiments. And the guy was like a foot doctor at first, right? He's just like, he would go and like he would take like pieces of metal out of people. I remember he was telling a story on like these two guys in suits came in with another guy, and he had to take a piece of metal out of the guy's foot or something. And they were like, as soon as he took it out, they took it from him. And he was like, it wasn't until later on down the road that I found out that they were working on a new rocket and like the propulsion systems. And he was, grinding away some of the metal on this rocket, and some of it got inside of him. And it's a new type of alloy that they were using for rocket boosters. And he was like, so, I've seen some strange stuff like that before. And, some of the stuff that we've been pulling out of people is a lot different. And I don't understand, like, the science part, like, irritates me because, you're like, hey, I have this thing. I want to show it to you. Here's all the data on it. And they're like, no, I'm good. It's probably just a piece of metal. And you're like, no. I mean, it is a piece of metal, but like, there's also like, meteorites in it, like stuff that you would find in meteorites. And they're like, yeah, so it's probably just a meteorite. And then he's like, yeah, but like, what about carbon nanotubes? What about atoms being layered like in a single file line to be extremely strong, like stuff that like we can't do yet? And they're like, well, it could be an anomaly. It's like, will somebody just look at the fucking thing? Like, can we just stop like jumping around this? Can we just look at it? We look at it. Would you just look at it?
Did you guys have the lady on your show? I did hear. Oh man, it was either yours. It might have been ours. But some lady, I've heard her tell a story about she had one in her nose, right? And it was really bothering her. And when she removed it and took it out, like, well, she fished it out with tweezers. I can't remember. I think that's what it was. And she put it on the tissue she had in her hand. She had toilet paper wound up in her hand. She put it on there, and the tissue caught on fire. Whatever she took out of her nose set the tissue on fire. She had to throw it in the toilet.
That was not our show, but I've heard that story too. Were we standing next to each other? Was somebody telling us that?
I don't know.
I can't remember where I heard that. I know what you're talking about, though, dude. I've heard that.
It might have been when we were doing after hours. It might. I don't know where I heard that at now.
Dude.
What would cause? So did the object itself catch on fire, or did it just burn up the tissue?
It got so hot, I guess, when she took it out of her nose, it burned up the tissue, and then that's why she doesn't have it to physically show anyone. She threw that tissue in the toilet because it caught on fire. She was doing that in her bathroom.
Dude,
they some of these implants, when you take them out, some of them disintegrate too. Like, it's so weird. Like, I was reading this thing, and so they say common locations are deep inside nasal cavities, behind the eye, in the back of the neck, or in the feet, toes, hands, or jaw. These implants are real. We have photographs, x-rays, CAT scans of them. Like, it's just really strange. And they're also saying that, how your hand has certain types of nerve endings. It allows you to be able to pick up a glass, and it allows it transmits to your brain that says, hey, don't crush this glass, but also hold it firm enough to where it doesn't fall out of your hand.
Yeah.
And they say that those nerve endings are only found in certain parts of the body. And when they find these implants in other places in the body that don't have those nerve endings, when they pull them out, they find that those types of nerve endings are attached to the implant itself. And they don't exist in those parts of the body until they pull them out and they're attached. Like,
and I have, like, my arm has been broke, so that big old scar is.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago, man. It hasn't done it in about the last maybe 5 years, 6 years. I got one of the last pieces out, but you'll see like a little white dot on my arm. And sometimes I've even had one like on my elbow that came out before from my arm. They're slivers. And when I grab that little white dot and pull it out, it's like a piece of bone like this long, dude, that's from my arm when it was broke. So you
Damn,
can
that's
have
crazy.
little things in you that you don't know. Like you don't feel that. I don't feel those in there until they make their way out. It's like a splinter. It makes its way out when I pull it out. Dude, they're
What?
so white. They're so white too.
That's
It's
crazy.
so white. Yeah, the
Okay.
bone is so white when
Are you
it's.
saying you pull out splinters of bone that have been
Billy
pushed?
does that too. Papa Willie, he does the same thing.
Well, I
We
bet
get
he does.
splinters that come out. Yeah, you just pull them out. And
Holy
it hurts
shit.
too
Are
when
they
you're taking
like
them out. It
are they
hurts.
like pretty stiff? Or are they like hairs? Because now I'm thinking of like Morgellons disease. and all
They're
that.
stiff. It's
Okay,
like if you had a sliver off of a rib bone from a pig. That's kind of what it reminds me of. But it's white. It's pure white.
Is that your body becoming a Sasquatch? And
Maybe.
growing
Those are
the
clear hairs trying to grow out.
translucent hair, dude. Maybe that's what it is.
When I was pulling them out, I thought they were bones.
That's
Wow.
nuts, dude. That's
So yeah, you
nuts.
could have something in you. You know, you're showing it on there how big they are. I didn't know those were in there until they started popping out. You know, and I had to pull them out. I didn't know that was in there. So you could have somebody put something in you and you not know.
Right.
I think if you're asleep and someone puts it in there, you're not going to know.
Also, I don't know how long or how long like the practice has been to do surgery and use metal within the body. I mean, it feels like it can't be that long ago that we started doing that. So like all these effects that we're seeing are fairly new. So that whoever, I guess, whoever does these implants or puts these implants in people's bodies, they're doing it in a way that they know that it's not going to harm or shock the system, and it's not going to create any kind of anomaly. But when humans do it, stuff like that happens where bone comes out in shards or splinters.
Yep.
But it seems like these other implants are kind of just they become part of the body in a way.
And they always look so strange, but to me they always look the same. Like they're not the same shape, but it looks like it's made out of the same thing to me. Every one of those I've seen is always that dark black color.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
dark color. Yeah.
Well, that kind of makes me wonder about like
like that.
like the carbon nanotubes. Like, what the hell? You know, like some of these objects have like really tiny. Okay, hold on.
I want to
Where
see
was that thing at?
carbon nanotubes.
It says, okay, these implants are made of metallic substances. Some are small and round, the size of BBs. Others are no larger than a pinhead. They come in many different shapes: round, triangular, spiral, and as thin as a fine wire. We've seen that, right, Ben? The fine wire off Terry Lovelace.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty wild.
yeah.
They are clearly visible in X-rays and hundreds of X-rays. We've seen these implants. While in place, wait, hold on, where's it at? It is thought that this covering is so strong because all of its atoms are atomically aligned. That's it. All the atoms lie in one single direction, providing the level of strength not achievable by humans. The only creature on Earth that can atomically align something is a spider. The tensile strength of a filament of a spider's web is amazing, which is why it can stretch so far without breaking. By the way, the tight-fitting spacesuits found on the alien bodies recovered from the crashed flying saucers were also atomically aligned. So, like, the material in like their suits that makes them so strong and that you can't cut them and all that weird shit is the same stuff that like is going in these implants. And like it even down here, like it gets even more crazy because then they went and they took a whole bunch of samples. They sent them to like universities. Let's see. The implanted devices have been examined by some of the world's leading metallurgy labs, including the lab at Los Alamos, New Mexico. Without knowing what implants were or where they came from, the lab at Los Alamos concluded that the implants must be pieces of a meteorite because no such metallic isotopes are found on Earth. They put this in writing in their lab report. Operating under the same conditions, the metallurgy lab in the University of California at San Diego concluded that the metallic isotopes were extraterrestrial. So these labs got these samples sent to them, not knowing what they were, where they came from, the story, the background. They didn't know shit about them. They were like, hey, just test these. And they were like,
Wow.
"Was that a fucking meteor?" And then the other one was like, "I don't know. It's some kind of extraterrestrial metal. What is it?" And then they were like, there are implants found in people's bodies. And they were like, oh, it must have just been from falling off your bike. How silly. You're like, no. You just said
These
that
are carbonally structurally aligned nanomaterials.
those isotopes don't even exist on planet Earth. Where did it come from? You know, some of these isotopes aren't even found in the Milky Way galaxy. You have to go to a completely different galaxy to find it. Those structures, the way that they're built, like
Sounds a lot like Element 15, man. Element 115, dude.
maybe, you know.
What if the aliens that are putting these implants in are just really small and they just that's a building to them and they're trying to like rebuild society and we just they found a cozy safe home and then we've just ripped them out or they're just small guys.
Yeah, I don't know. So I know a lady who had she didn't think it was an implant or anything, but I think maybe it kind of was. She was like, I had this thing, it would show up, and then it would disappear, and then it would show back up again, and then one day, I just got frustrated, and I cut it out. And I put it in a little medicine bottle, and I went to work, and when I came back, the medicine bottle was sitting there, and the metal was gone. Just disappeared.
Dude.
I know.
What?
When I broke my arm as a kid, I guess when you break your arm, there's always a trace of it. When they take an x-ray or anything, you can see where it was broke.
Yeah.
This had a big pin in it, a stainless steel pin,
Uh-huh.
and they cut it and took it out after it healed up. About, I don't know, it was probably 6-7 years later, I tore the scar tissue in there, and my wrist swelled up real big. It felt like I broke it. It hurt. And
Damn.
I went back to the hospital. I used to not be able to bend my wrist. I used to bend like this. That was it. And now I can bend it because I tore the scar tissue that was in there.
Oh, wow.
And when I went to the hospital, he x-rayed my right arm, the broken one with the big scar on it. And then he came back in after he got the x-rays and he goes, I x-rayed the wrong arm. And I go, what do you mean? And he said, that arm's never been broke. I told you there's a big scar on it. I know which arm I broke. And he said, yeah, he goes, it couldn't have been broke. I guess they say there's no traces of my arm ever being broke when you take x-rays. There's no calcium buildups. There's no cracks. They got it. And it was broke all the way through my arm. Like when I held my arms out like this.
Damn.
This one was this much shorter. It was in an S. It broke both bones right here.
From the same accident, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
And,
they had to put a pin in there to hold them together.
and now
First it didn't set and they rebroke it. And then they put the pin in there. And
oh my God.
so even with it being broke twice, you can't see it.
Dude.
That's crazy. You must drink a lot of fluoride.
I don't know.
How many microtubules did they feed you?
I don't remember too much about it other than waking up screaming when they broke it. I was under anesthesia.
Oh, yeah. I think you told me about that. Yeah.
They put it on the bar and I sat straight up and screamed.
Yeah.
You
That would
probably,
suck if they were like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. We didn't fix it. We just broke
They're
it."
like,
again."
shut up, kid.
oh, sorry, wrong arm.
Dude. That'd be terrible.
Dude, but that is really interesting.
The doctor, I'm only 5'7", and that doctor was a little short guy. He might have been an alien.
Oh, okay. Now the plot
It's
twists.
so perfect.
Some of
then-
these. Oh,
And
sorry.
I got the horseshoe kidneys. I get that from the doctor all the time when they tell me, "What are you, a fucking alien?" When they find,
What's a horseshoe kidney?
My kidneys are in front. They're in front.
What?
Right here. Yeah. My kidneys are right here.
What, bro? Here we
Kidneys
go.
right
Party hard. Party hard.
No
Kidneys right there,
way.
dude. Yeah.
Dude,
It wasn't put there. We're all born like that, and then our kidneys separate and they go to our backs.
Yeah.
They call mine horseshoe kidneys because they look like kidney beans. And
Yeah.
Wow.
they grew together, so they couldn't separate. So I have basically one big kidney up there.
Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. That's super interesting.
The doctors, dude, it's funny because they go to check my kidneys and they feel all around. I won't say nothing because I think it's hilarious. It's just muscle back there. Where your kidneys should be, there's just muscle back there where my wing muscle is.
They're like, no, I'm good. And you're like, what's wrong, doctor?
You're like,
being very chill.
nothing. No, you fucking liars. My kidneys are in front, by the way.
Yeah. Let me help you out.
That's crazy, dude. That is crazy. What
I
do
think
you?
I think you got muted, Sonny.
Can you hear me?
There we go.
There
I
you
can hear
go.
you now. Okay.
I wasn't muted. I don't know what happened.
Oh,
Damn,
I
that
saw.
was-
They don't want me telling those alien stories.
They were like, too much. Now they know.
But yeah, I joke around with them, and I tell them stuff like, where the fuck did you go to medical school, guys? You don't know where kidneys are? And then if I get sick and have to go to the hospital, I get doctors from all over the place. Like we're here in Fresno, LA is like 5 hours away.
Yeah.
I'll get kidney doctors from LA that come to see me. And then they don't call and say they're coming. They don't tell. They find out I'm in there. One of the
Get a load
doctors
of
from
this
that
guy.
hospital will call them and be like, "You got to come see," because it's a very rare thing, and
Wow.
a kidney doctor needs to know about it. They'll come and see. I've had so many doctors one in one day, like 3 doctors. They come in and push on them. That shit hurts after a while.
Ooh,
Damn,
I bet.
dude.
Yeah,
You said-
yeah.
Do you like say, I'm not a piece of meat?
I ain't a
Get
test
away.
dummy. No.
Yeah, dude. They
But
need to
I'm
be.
telling you, when a lady doctor really, when she walks up and tells you, I came all the way from LA, can you show me your kidneys? Can
Wow.
you show me where they're at and how they work? Can you explain it to me? And
You're the
yeah,
fucking
you're gonna tell
doctor.
'em. And I let them do it too because I'm so worried it's like when they found out with me, I had jumped a ditch and didn't make it. I was pissing blood, and I was only like 4 when that happened.
Wow.
And yeah, so they didn't know what was wrong with me at all. I was in the hospital for like 2 weeks. It was terrifying. I can remember being really scared. Couldn't stand up straight. They would come in and take blood work, like take your blood, like every 2 hours. They stick a needle in there and pull blood out. And I was a kid in there by myself because your parents couldn't stay overnight. It sucked, man. So I'm
Damn.
terrified that another kid's gonna have to go through that. So when they come and find me, I tell them, yeah, just do anything you want to me. Just don't do it to a kid no more because it was horrible.
God.
You that is huge karma points, man. I mean, imagine how many kids you've saved from being uncomfortable or terrified, not
'Cause
knowing
it hurts.
like
I don't think they
Yeah.
understand. Like when a kid tells them that hurts, I don't think they understand. That shit
Yeah.
hurts. It's not like the ones in your back. It hurts.
Right. Wow.
That is good karma point. It's kind of like whenever we give a bunch of our tickets when we go to the arcade to little kids, dude.
Yeah.
And they get excited.
It's exactly like that.
Hell yeah. This shit's awesome.
Uh,
So, dude, what do you think about the idea of these implants and you being able to put magnets on them and they just stay there? Like that's crazy, right?
They are magnetized.
they're not magnet.
They're not.
But you
Right.
can
I
there
Or
So-
they are.
where if it's on your body, depending on where it's at, you're able to put tiny magnets and they'll stick. They'll stick to these things.
What?
It's pretty wild.
So that means
know
that they're
for-
made of some kind of iron or
Yeah, I couldn't stick magnets to the pin in my arm. It was stainless.
Right.
But there is one way you could tell if there's something foreign metal in your body. When I would fall asleep with my arm out of the covers while that pin was in there in the wintertime, dude, it would hurt so bad.
Shit.
Oh,
It
'cause
would hurt
be
so
cold.
bad when you woke up because that pin is frozen in
Yeah.
there. The rest of your body's warmer than that pin is, and it hurts really bad.
Oh, that sucks.
But so you can tell if there's a piece of metal in you and it gets cold, I bet that part would stay colder longer than the rest of your
Probably.
body. You might. So if you ever feel something cold in there, you get out of the water, maybe you better start checking for implants.
Dude. Some of them, dude, are crazy, right? Like I saw this one guy and he had a perfect square, a perfect square, dude, on the back of his ear. And he went and he got it tested. They got the x-rays, all kinds of stuff. And they were like, oh yeah, it's ingrown hair. And he was like, no, it's a perfect square. And they were like, yeah. And he was like, but it doesn't stay there. It moves around sometimes. And they're like, maybe ingrown hairs can do that. And I was like, listening to this doctor, and I was like, did you say maybe ingrown hairs can do that? That's the end of it? You just let that guy leave your office? He's got a fucking perfect square? And you're just like, yeah, it's an infected ingrown hair. Like, no, it's not. It's like, it's a perfect square.
Yeah.
And like, it bothers me that people aren't willing. If I was smart enough, I'd be studying all these fools, you know?
Yeah.
If you had the capability to fucking
I'd
go
be
study
telling 'em,
somebody
hold
with
still.
yeah, if you had the
Hold
capability to
still.
go
We're gonna
study
see
some
what
shit,
that is.
Yeah.
and these doctors are like,
Pocket knife. Like,
it's possibly an ingrown hair. That's what?
that is such a shitty excuse.
And then when you put black
dude,
lights on them, they're fluorescent. Like you
How
can see
many
them glowing.
Really?
How many square hairs or pimples have you ever had?
0.
Yeah, come
Zero.
on, man.
And they just leave it at that, you know? And they light up like they're fluorescent. So like when you put a black light over them, they'll pop up under the light. And then you put little magnets on there to make sure it's where it is that you see, and sure enough, it'll stick to you. And then to make it
That's
even
too
more
much.
fucking crazy, right? People are like, "Oh yeah, they might like leak radiation or something like that." No, they're blasting radio waves. They're blasting radio waves. These metals are emitting radio signals from them. They're not like emitting like, radiation or poison or anything like that. They're emitting radio frequencies off of the object.
So they're vibrating at a frequency that's in the spectrum of like radio frequencies.
So Dr. Leir had said, I have it on good authority from some pretty good sources who will stay unnamed, but this is apparently like a low hum frequency that you would use to transmit through space. And it would be like, okay, so this is where it goes like way outside of like my knowledge base, but he was talking about those carbon fiber microtubes. And if you wanted to communicate something through space, it would be faster than like light. So you'd be able to like almost communicate instantaneously. And the frequencies that these things are running off of have something to do with the low wave space transmission frequencies. And he's saying, I'm not saying that these things are transmitting that frequency. What I'm saying is it seems like they're receiving this frequency from something. It's almost like a receiver. And in the middle of them looking at it, they said that usually like when you pull them out, they turn off, they die. So your cell, your body, as the energy that your body produces is the mechanism that turns it on. That's why it has to connect to all the little nerve endings and stuff. And it turns on because your body's just a bunch of electrical frequencies running. And yeah.
You know what that makes me think of is like the I don't know which war it was. As you know about.
I mean, dude, there's only 2 of them.
Well, those were world wars. I know now that there has not been a World War III yet.
Not yet.
But what war was it? There was like maybe it was a Cold War where everybody's worried about spies, and they found these devices in buildings that were powered by the swaying of these like skyscrapers and buildings, just off of those minute movements. That's what that makes me think of.
Yeah.
Like
It's
spy
kind of like
devices.
when you shake the flashlight and it charges the battery. You sway that
That's
little
how-
mechanism back and forth.
That's how you charge a flashlight, right?
You got to move your head too. 'Cause
What are we charging the flashlight for? Like, what does it do? It's like
I don't know.
It requires.
I don't know if
it
you've
just says
ever
to
like.
do it.
I don't know if you've ever came and been dizzy at the same time. It's a hell of an experience.
There's like a laser pointer at the end.
Sharpens your aim. You really got to focus.
no.
2 eyes turn into 4.
I like it. There's-
How did we
I
get
think
on
there's-
flashlights?
Ben?
Say what?
That's what Ben does.
How did we get to flashlights?
I don't know, man.
He starts it and then I take it too far till everybody's awkward.
So
And then he doesn't say anything.
no, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for commentary. So back to the minute like movement charging, like a listening device. I think it's interesting that it's a receiving apparatus or whatever instead of an emitting one. That's cool.
Well,
Because
it emits too, but
it does.
it's definitely like it's emitting a frequency and something is finding it. So they're like, finding this transmission, but they don't know what it is. They don't know where it's coming from. They don't
I
know.
wonder if they've ever checked like the people that try to assassinate the presidents, and then they say they don't remember doing it. Maybe if it's
Yeah.
transmitting something like Ben says, maybe they need to check all those people for implants.
Yo, yeah.
Never thought about that.
Well,
I
I just
always
think
thought it was just like they were taking your heart rate because I always figured that's what it was an output thing. Like that's
yeah,
how they monitored you. That's how they knew where you were. Like a dog chip, I guess.
Yeah. Those are always like really weird, like all the like, because then that gets into like the weird super soldier, like Manchurian candidate type shit, where like you're in a split personality. You have a handler. That
Mhm.
handler follows you around. You're just sipping cocktails, eating chips, and then somebody whispers Mickey Mouse in your ear, and boom, you turn into a completely different person. Try to assassinate the president while you're walking around with a copy of The Catcher in the Rye in your hand, and then fucking, people are like, he's a murderer, and you're like, I was sipping cocktails and eating chips. I don't even remember trying to assassinate. And they're like, well, why are you holding that book of The Catcher in the Rye? And they're like, I don't know.
don't even
Don't
read
all
books."
assassins carry copies of Catcher in the Rye in their hand? It's a real thing.
they do.
They do.
They
That
all
is
of
crazy.
them.
It could be like one of those triggers, like The Catcher in the Rye. Like maybe they're using that as a trigger for something. Why do all these assassins get caught with the same fucking book? That's so weird.
There's one sentence that triggers them.
Probably. Yeah.
And are we trying to tie in the implant with the assassination attempts? Because, dude, I'm thinking like we talk about like brainwashing and like yes, it's been proven in the CIA that you can like that's a possibility. Like I don't know if it can go as far as
I seen a tow truck driver, one of my buddies, get hypnotized and dance like Tina Turner in front of thousands of people, and there is not a certain amount, there is no amount of money you could give this man to do this. Oh no, he was doing Big Wheels Keep on Rolling, and they put the beads on him like a top for a woman, and he's a big guy. It was just picture Big Willie up there singing Big Wheels Keep on Turning, and he's shaking the beads, dude. He's got the skirt on, and he sings just like her, and it's crazy. There's no, and he doesn't even listen to Tina Turner, and he's singing the whole song.
Yeah.
It's so impressive. I've seen the video, okay, because you can buy the video after this, and his wife was so blown away she bought it so she could show all of us.
That's awesome.
I'm telling you, I know the guy really well. He would never ever he wouldn't come on here, and let you see him on YouTube, let alone in a live event.
Damn.
He thought it was going to be one of those things where he went up there and it didn't work, and then they sent him back to his seat, and then the people that were supposed to be up there, the actors, were going to be up there acting like it worked on them, and they got hypnotized. No, this full the very beginning, the dude's walking around, the people are sitting in like a half moon circle in chairs. He's walking, he starts with the first guy, he just walks up and whispers something in their ear, and they just fall out, dude. They just, and when he got to him, I was thinking, you're watching it in the video, when he gets to Perry, I'm thinking, yeah, Perry's just gonna look at this guy like, that shit don't work, and as soon as he whispered in his ear, my buddy just fell forward.
Damn.
That happened to me.
And he had him, I'm telling you, if you could get him, if you would have told him, go kill that guy in the front row, I think that would have happened. He's a big man. He's a big man.
Dude, yeah. I've been in that situation, except for it didn't work on me. But I was really surprised that like it didn't work on me. So I was kind of like, you guys are fucking with me, right? But like I hear more and more stories, just like yours, Sonny, of it actually working on people, and like, dude, like I believe it. I think you can, like, suggestive hypnosis and like just putting people under. But
I never believed it either, Joe. I swear I never believed in it until I seen it happen to him. Then when I seen it happen to somebody that I knew would never, ever act like that, that was when I was 100% convinced that shit's real. That's why I don't do no regressions. I don't do no hypnotize. I don't let people hypnotize me. I don't want to be dancing around naked like a chicken.
Nope.
Everybody, man.
I think I would fall into that category as first floor audio suggests, is that it only works on the suggestible. I think I might be one of those people, dude.
So does that mean that if I ever had an encounter and I wanted to get like regression done or something, like it wouldn't work on me? Like, would I just have to deal with it? I just wouldn't be able to
think
know
the
anything.
regression thing is like being hypnotized, and then so it has to work on you. But maybe the way that person tried it on you didn't work. But
It's just weird. I mean, there was like
point.
there was 8 of us up on that stage. Every one of them, he's like, "You're gonna get sleepy." Click. Just like you said, they fell out. And they were literally like barking like dogs and clucking like chickens. And he was like, if you're not feeling it, please stand up and remove yourself from the stage. And I kind of sat there a little bit and I was like, I don't want to make this guy feel bad. Like, because we're all about to stand up. And then
you suck. Can I go?
Yeah. And then like I stood up and like I opened my eyes and I was like, holy shit, I am not the only one that this did not work on. I went and sat back down the audience and sure enough, like fucking barking like dogs. And even at the end of the whole thing, like at the end of the session, it was like an hour long. He said the word again and they started like clucking like chickens, like moving their heads. And I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Well,
I want to do that.
Dude, I back to that suggestible thing. It makes me. You said something, Joe, that you didn't want to be the only one. You kind of felt bad for the guy.
Yeah.
I wonder if that is the thing. Like, are people being hypnotized, or because he makes everybody keep their eyes closed so that everybody thinks they're the only one on stage?
That's what
So everybody feels
can
like I don't
think
want to.
that,
I want to, like
that guy Barry would have never faked.
okay, well,
He would have never let him put a skirt and a sequin top on him that's all beat up. So dude would have punched you in your eye if you'd have brought that out in front of him. Damn. He really thought he was Tina Turner. When you talk to him and asked him questions, he answers like Tina Turner. Like he sounds like her.
What?
That's
amazing.
That's crazy.
So maybe that dude's just really good.
He's like wiping invisible coke off his nose and stuff. rolling.
Oh, there's another part of the story. Just had knee surgery like 2 months before that. So when he's up there dancing, the dude that hypnotized him didn't know. They had to fucking help him off the stage. He couldn't walk back to his seat after he was unhypnotized. He was hurt like a motherfucker. He couldn't. There was the stairs too. You had to walk down, and they had to help him. Like 2 guys had to help him back to his seat. He couldn't walk because he hurt his knees.
Dang.
So he didn't even feel the pain.
Damn.
I know it sounds crazy, guys, because when I would hear these stories, I'd be like, this is so full of shit. That does not work.
Yeah.
Like I said, I seen it on somebody that I know 100% would never, ever do something like that.
God damn.
That's
just
what
like
happens.
making me think about the power of suggestion and how powerful our minds are. It's like it does take the right instructor, but it's ultimately our brains that decide like our actions, right? Like I feel like at some level our brain has to accept like this is my reality now. Like I am Tina Turner. Like that's just me.
That's who he was.
You hear about all these people like getting hypnotized about like stopping the smoke and all that. Like I think there's something to it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have Lorian back on the show again because remember when she was on one of the shows, she had suggested that Lee Harvey Oswald was the last non-mind controlled patsy assassin.
Yeah,
that they just straight up used him as a patsy.
Yeah,
and that she was like, yeah, he was the last non-mind controlled person that they used for assassination attempts.
Whoa.
I was like, what?
That's cool.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because I can remember the guy that shot Reagan, and didn't he say he didn't remember doing it?
Yeah.
The guy that tried to assassinate Reagan didn't kill him, but yeah. He said, I didn't do that. That wasn't me, fool.
Yeah.
I don't know where this gun came from.
I don't know where this flashlight came from, man. I was just holding it, man. I don't shit.
Just charging it for a guy.
Charging it. I'm just standing here charging my damn flashlight like a goddamn American citizen. And you come up on me and like, hey, man.
You can't shoot the president. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Man, can you imagine that, dude? That would suck.
Oh,
But then, do you imagine how bad it would suck? Like if you were Lee Harvey Oswald and you weren't even like under mind control, and they were like, "Hey, you're coming with us." He's like, "What?"
dude.
Yeah, that guy. They had him good. They said they caught him with a rifle and everything upstairs.
I wonder if I'd rather be mind controlled and like not remember. Does that make Lee Harvey Oswald like? I
What
don't
if
know.
you
I
can
honestly don't
hypnotize
think he
somebody
actually-
and tell them they're the best shooter in the world too? Because to get them 3 shots off, or those shots, those first 3 shots are amazing, man. That's crazy to be that fast with a bolt action. I have a new, bolt action deer rifles. I can't replicate that shot.
Remember,
at 100 yards that's not moving for my target. I cannot do it that fast. There's no way.
Damn.
Remember, we won't say his name because it got taken down. Our video that we had a conversation with that man, and he was like,
Jesse Ventura, I'm here on conspiracy theory. Didn't he do an episode? Sorry, never mind. He did an episode about the bolt action. I thought that's where you're going with it.
No, not at all. He hasn't been on our show ever. We've never even talked to Jesse Ventura. We've never met Jesse Ventura.
Jesse Ventura, conspiracy theory. Let me charge my flash.
I'm gonna say the guy's name, and this whole episode's gonna get canceled.
Yeah, don't say it.
If you don't
I'm
behave,
trying to distract you.
if you don't behave, I'm gonna say it.
Don't say it. That's what I'm doing.
But remember, he said, "I know 7 names right now. I can give you."
Yeah.
He was like, we know for a fact 7 people. For a fact.
Yeah. They were a part of it.
Yeah.
Part of it. Yeah. It's intense. And
Like
that video got taken down like that, dude.
Immediately.
Kind of spooky.
Yeah. That's why we got to watch it. I
was
told you guys when I had Lewis on here, I had Cap in here one day. My microphone is right here. And when there's 2 people in here, it's up here. Okay. So Cap says, how come we can't talk about where Lewis works? I scoot way back like this and cover my mouth. And as I do, I look back at the camera. Just my square is total black. No one could hear me. No one could see me. And then I told him real quiet. And then I looked and I was like, what the fuck? And I went to slide back up to the computer and we came back on. And I was like, whoa. Dude, after that show, I told him, don't bring up Lockheed ever again. Just don't talk about it on here because that shit was spooky. Dude. Yeah.
Well,
as soon as they knew I was gonna say the name,
I
it's
can
like
hear you
they
crystal clear
out.
from back there, by the way.
I was trying to be quiet.
No, I can hear you just as good as I can if you were back there. Like but that is very weird, dude. Mr. Crowley, thank you for that super chat, brother. Hey,
well, that's
love you,
awesome, man.
Hell
thank
yeah.
you, dude.
And no, it's not weird at all.
UFO garage stickers on my flashlight. Oh my god. Yeah, I'll send you as many as you want, dude. But yeah, that's spooky. I wonder what happened there, dude. That means that somebody's watching. I always wonder.
Well, he was still.
Who's
I don't want to get you guys kicked off.
well,
Somebody, I heard a story one time of a guy that worked there, and he was told not to tell anybody what he did. If they asked, he was supposed to say he makes donuts.
Nice. Everybody loves donuts.
Oh God. Yes. What do you do for a living? I make donuts. How can you never leave your house till 10:30 in the morning?
Am I still here? Y'all can still see me.
Yeah, you're here.
Yeah, you're still here.
Yeah, it's sometimes it can get spooky. I mean, we're live, dude. It can be knock on wood. Nothing super spooky has happened just yet, but I guess, Joe, do you remember that we got a comment one time that said, "Hey, I've been monitoring this channel for quite some time."
Yes.
And
I do remember that.
I don't know if that was an email or
no. It was in the chat.
It was in the chat.
Oh,
it was in the chat. I think we were talking to Cinnamon Terry.
Oh, okay. That was
and they were talking back and forth about something, and then the guy was like, "You should probably be careful who you're talking to, bud." And he was like, "Why do you work with me?" And he was like, "I don't know." He was like, "Are you a coworker?"
And he
was like, he was like, "Trust me, I've been monitoring this channel for some time now." And I was like, first off, I don't know what the fuck that means. Second of all, I know we ain't saying nothing that important, okay?
I would have been asking him, hey, for how long? And if he gave you a long time, tell him, and I've never seen you once in super chats.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I don't
free.
I don't even think that person ever showed up again, dude.
Yeah, I don't think so. Well, it's so easy for people to change their names now. Like, I'll try to like at certain people, and like you can't look it up. That means that their actual name is different. Their actual username or whatever on YouTube. You notice that? Like, if
I
you
didn't notice that.
try to at somebody and it doesn't show up automatically as the highlight. That means
Yeah.
that they're going under a different name. So it's I guess I don't know how to do it, honestly. Like, I'm really good with computers. I just haven't spent that. Like, I can't remember how to do that. I think
Remember when Jim was like, "How come I'm not on your friends list?"
Oh yeah.
It was like, well, because you get banned like every other week, dude, and you have to like make a whole new account. Your first one was under James C. This one's under Jim. The next one's like Mr. Jim. Old good old. Like he's got like all those accounts because he's always getting blocked. They can't keep up with it, dude.
I told Jim. We're talking about Jim Goodall, right?
Yeah.
Well, I told him that I keep getting messages on Instagram from different accounts claiming to be Jim, and it's not him. I'm like, if you're Jim Goodall, what happened in the first night that you came in to hang out with us in Sedona? And they were like, you got me. I was like, you bastard, and so I reported him like immediately.
How dare
That was
you?
probably Jim.
And that's why he has to keep making new accounts.
No, Jim's messages are always really professional, even a text message. So you always know when it's him texting you.
Yeah. I know his cadence. Yeah, and this was not his cadence. Yeah.
Yep.
There's more to that, but
Hell yeah.
talking about, if you're just joining us, we're talking about spooky shit. You know, doing this live show, getting into this subject. Sometimes you can get close to the truth and maybe talk to somebody that knows a little bit, and maybe get some ideas. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like we figure some stuff out, and it might piss some people off. Maybe we're not supposed to.
That's how you know you're doing it right, dude. When you make people mad.
Yeah.
Did you hear about me, Willie, and Chad screwing around one night, and we all went to the NASA page.
Okay.
You see what's going on? I was joking around and teasing Willie, and I said, the Earth is flat, and it stayed up there for about 2 seconds. It got taken down, and I was like, huh, So then what it was, I did it like 2 or 3 times, and it just got taken down instantly. And then I put, is the Earth round? No. Willie put, the damn chop shop guy always thinks the Earth is flat. Then I went to comment again because they took it down, and I was kicked the hell out, dude. Kicked me out of the NASA channel. So messed up, dude. I was just making jokes. I don't want no one to think I think the Earth is flat.
Shit.
Yeah, I was in y'all's chat the next morning or something, or in chat. Y'all are talking about that. That dude, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I got kicked out in the NASA chat. I don't even know if I can go back.
Hey,
what a great troll though. Like they have to laugh at that, right?
Well, I think it was real, so they got mad and just took it right off. I was like, Willie, you're on to something. Why don't they want me to say it, Willie?
Did you guys did you guys read my most recent crop circles article that I posted?
No.
In the
but I'll pull
garage?
it up. In the group?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pull it up. We need some visuals, We're on YouTube. We should be doing video stuff.
I was going to try
this
to
is
pull
breaking
it up. I forgot
news.
I wasn't on my own show.
Yeah, we're real
Everything was so
professional.
different right now when I tried to work it.
Oh, come on. Sometimes Facebook just hates me. It just does not.
It's always live when we're live. Facebook hates you. Nada.
Nada slow links. Nada slow links way. Come on.
Are you on Wi-Fi, dude?
Chad's
I
better still be working.
Chad's working still?
You and Spooky better both be working.
Oh, not okay. He's not at the factory.
They're running the chop shop.
Nice. Yeah, I'm still. It's not showing up here, Joey boy. Maybe you could share your screen, huh?
You're right. I can.
Yeah.
Let me give this a shot. Let me see what's happening.
Oh shit.
Say what's up to everybody in the chat, bro.
Here we go. Oh, let's say what's up to everybody in the
Yeah.
chat. Mr. Crowley, what's up, bro? Arden, Paranormal, what's up? Pinzer, what's up? I almost said Pfizer. Pinzer, good to see you. Melissa, what's up, baby? Ren, what's up, girl? I missed you. I heard you were in Vegas. I missed meeting you. That was a sad moment, but awesome. What's up? Scary Gary, what's up, dude? Tribal Whitley. Ooh, hey, thank you for that super chat, Tribal Whitley. Thank you so much. Number one, what do you think is on the other end of a black hole? Ooh, great question. Number two, how much fun do you guys have doing this? Love that one. Do you think UAPs are man-made or ... Ooh, we got a three-parter, boys. Let's do a lightning round. What do you think is on the other side of the black hole, Joe?
Universes.
You and I talked about this the other night. The other universes.
Universes. Hell yeah.
Okay, Sonny, what do you think? What's on the other side?
It's got to be a big old, just filled up with space trash. That's how I picture a black hole. You go through it, it's not going to be nothing good.
Ooh.
It's on the other side when you get there.
I think so. I follow this dude on TikTok that makes his own ferro sheets out of ferro fluid, so you can visualize a magnetic field, and in a 3D in a third dimension. So before, when you look at a magnet through any kind of material that you could see a magnetic field, it's always in 2D, but he's able to show it in 3D, and it's like a toroidal field, which has always been guessed that's the actual shape, but he confirmed it. But I kind of took it a little bit further. Okay, so if you think of a black hole, maybe that's top down center from a magnetic field, which is the center. But what's on the inside of that toroidal field? There's a hole on the inside of that. So what if a black hole is not the top down, but the inside of a magnetic field where it just goes on into infinity? And we're just only seeing it from an angle, and we're only seeing it from a 2-dimension because our lens is that 2-dimensional ferrofluid filter instead of a 3-dimensional one.
So you're saying you would just keep going into a big circle?
We're seeing a huge magnetic field, and we perceive it as a large black hole, but what we're seeing is the inside of a toroidal field, not the top or bottom, but the inside of it, like the center of it. Just a thought. Just a thought.
It's definitely possible. Hey, so Facebook's making me do a 6-step fucking authorization, identify. They're just being real fucking gay right now. I can't do it. I'm on your computer and everything reset for whatever reason when I came back to Texas. So nothing saved, and I'm on my phone.
Yeah, well, this is how. Look, I'm just sitting here waiting for this to load. I've refreshed my page.
Facebook is full of shit. They're gonna make me read an entire article. God.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
It sucks.
well, okay. That's no fun. Anyways, high as a kite wallabies blamed for crop circles.
What?
Yeah. Tasmania, they legally are able to grow opium and poppy seeds. And so they were flying over. There was all these circles in the crops, and they went down to go check it out. And there's a bunch of stoned wallabies that had been eating it, and they were hopping in a circle, and they've been hopping in circles in their fields. So we figured it out, dude. That's what happens.
They were all hopped up on opium.
Yeah, dude. They're all, yeah. They said that they noticed sheep and other animals. They were also eating it, and they were spinning in circles as well.
Oh my god!
Everyone just fucking following each other.
Just a bunch of animals just walking in a circle, and they were yeah, they kept making these weird crop circles in our fields. And, we would fly over a helicopter, and there'd be all these random ass circles, and we got down there's just a bunch of wallabies spinning around.
You know the term wallow, right? Wallowing around.
Yeah,
wallabies. It makes so much sense now.
Makes sense now, right? Oh shit!
I'm looking up wallabies in Australia. Crop
Yeah.
circles.
It's pretty cool.
That was almost the answer for the next question. How much fun do we have doing this?
A lot. That's the answer. A lot.
It's a lot of fun.
With the community we have here, guys, is honestly a blast.
Yes.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Did you find the article, dude?
I did. Well, I've something. It
Nice.
is this.
It's a wallaby.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Yeah, stone wallabies make crop circles. Australian wallabies are eating opium poppies and creating crop circles as they hop around. All right. High as a kite. Did you already read this?
I read the headline.
Okay. Wait,
Hell
I
yeah.
don't want to read that again. I forgot that they were just smaller,
Small kangaroos,
yeah.
I thought I pictured them as like tiny little, I pictured them as a wombat. I get those confused.
Because that's what Rocco is, dude. He's a wallaby.
That's why I said they were all hopped up. Come on, man.
You son of you gotta go, dude. You son of a bitch. You get out of here.
Shit.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
They're over being paid.
dude. I think we can answer this third question. You know, we're getting towards the end of the show here,
Yeah.
and I think we can spend some time on this third question
Yeah,
because
let's do it.
I have opinions and I'm gonna share them with you. Do you think UAPs are man-made, or the answer is yes? That's it. That's my opinion.
Just
I think
all
I
of
think-
them, Joe.
Well, UFOs are aliens. UAPs are man-made.
Okay.
So, all
Buy
right.
that.
Do we? Okay. So do we wait till after to ask questions?
After my speech,
Yeah.
sure. Ready, go. Question time.
So when we talked to Lou Elizondo, he said, "Why do we call it UFO? Nothing's flying. I mean, these crafts seem to be defying the laws of physics. So technically, they're not flying. So they are UAPs."
And we were like, "Stop it, Lou. You know what we mean. You know what I'm talking about, Lou."
But like, I think he's got a point. I think UFOs, unidentified flying objects, might be human, and then UAPs that defy the laws of physics might be alien. Maybe that, I don't know. That's kind of where there's like a difference, right? Like, you still say everything's man-made?
No, I don't think everything's man-made, dude. I do think though that we see a lot of man-made shit. I really do. I really think we do. Like,
Yeah.
I think that if we acquired this technology somehow, maybe we figured it out. I like the idea that ETs can make mistakes. It really humanizes them, but at the same time, it's like, man, you know, like one thing that Gary Voorhees said, he was like, you know, it's totally plausible that we have something that's like super advanced. Because at the same time that he was on the ship and they had just been put out there on training, it was outfitted with the most advanced equipment in the world. And he was like, what's the best way to test the most advanced equipment in the world than to test it against something that you're not even supposed to be able to see?
Right.
And it's like, well, shit, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, like we just showed you guys a book about something that can power 80,000 fucking homes forever, the size of a 40-foot shipping container. Like, why couldn't we? You know, like like I said in a few episodes back, like we've been thinking about light speed since the 30s.
Yep.
You think somebody hasn't put enough of that together by now? Like, we're still fucking using fuel and like rockets and shit. You know, Michael Schratt said, like, hey, if we do have this advanced break off civilization space agency, you know, they're complicit in the murder of people who die on rockets, because we don't need to do that. Why are we still doing that? We know we have the capabilities to do better. Why are we still doing that? Airplanes, why are they flying slow as fuck?
They're
Why
so
does it still take you?
slow.
Hey, we have planes that can go across the United States in less than an hour. Why are we fucking around with these 7-hour plane trips? Really? Like, what is that about? What are we doing? So yeah, I think some of that shit is definitely ours. But then, dude, I mean, we've seen some weird shit, dude. So like, some of that stuff, definitely not. I don't think so. Some of it is definitely not.
Yeah. Sonny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Bob Lazar built all that stuff. Really, I think it started out alien, and then we got one, and then they've been working on it ever since. Keep it for ourselves. If you let people know you have it, because if we have it, we're gonna try to make it for military. It's gonna be weaponized if we have it. They're gonna re-engineer whatever they can. They'll make it similar and try to make it better. I honestly think that's what Bob did when he was there. I think he helped re-engineer alien propulsion systems.
Wouldn't that be
Yeah.
the biggest mind fuck of all time if like the story broke? Like Bob figured it out. They wanted to make sure nobody knew about it. They were like, okay, Bob, you're about to run the longest fucking pull one over on you in history that's still going today. Or like he's got his own shop. Jim Goodall goes to hang out with him. Like they're building fucking spaceships in there. And that's why he gets raided all these times, right? Because it's to put up a front that like, Bob's this big jokester. He's not telling the truth. He's a liar. But in reality, they contracted him to build the shit because he's the one that figured it out in the first place. And they were like, look, Bob, you got to be out of the facility. You can't be building that shit in the facility. I tell you what, we're going to harass you for the rest of your life, but we're going to pay you handsomely. And we're going to allow you to build one out in the middle of fucking nowhere in your shop.
Yeah.
Where you make other kinds of cool stuff, okay?
Maybe they gave him a choice. Like one choice is, okay, well, now you have to live in this lab the rest of your life. Now that you figured it out, congratulations, but you have to live here for the rest of your life underground. Or you can be in the public eye, but we're going to ridicule you and like it's going to be nasty. And Bob chose to, I don't want to live in, I need the sun, baby. I need a flamethrower when I want it.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the choice he had to make. That's just
and I bet if he does build anything crazy, they check up on him. As soon as he gets something built, they probably wait for him to finish it and then go get it.
Dude.
Sorry, this belongs to the
Thank you very
U.S.
much.
government now.
Thank you for charging my flashlight. Yes.
I'm just over shaking away. They come and take it when it's fully charged.
Dude. Man, that would be crazy.
Use that. Nope, that's all.
It's gonna working all day on this. Come on.
Oh god, dude. Yeah. Ben, what about you?
Dude, I think it's a mix. It's a mix of both of you guys. I mean, you guys are giving me great ideas. I'm like hopping on the bandwagon, but deep down, if I'm being honest, I think that my experiences that I've had are more. Like voice to skull technology, can we call that? With the ones that really kind of changed my perspective. I saw those orbs that were like, dude, those could have been man-made. Those could have been alien. I'm not sure still to this day. I just don't know what it was. But the voice to skull stuff, Kurt on Toe, I don't know if y'all watched that show. He and John... Greenwald? Sorry, the dude that was on his show last week said that they had a similar experience where like they heard this voice, and I've heard that voice, and I know that sounds crazy. It's only happened once, so it has. I think it has something more to do than just the physical world. That's where the aliens exist. Everything else, like physical craft, all us or us that have survived for a really long time. It's, that breakaway civilization that started a long time ago that's still here on Earth, kind of just checking in on shit. Okay, cool. We're physical. We're in this dimension. Awesome. I think for the most part, extraterrestrials are mostly ultra dimensional beings that can alter our perception of reality in a lot of ways that we just don't understand yet.
I often think that with this whole subject that what if we have just drastically overthought the entire thing? Yeah. What if it's just literally as simple as like, yeah, it's the universe. There's a bunch of shit out there. Occasionally, they're not even stopping by on purpose. It's a total fucking accident. And they're like, oh, look at that. And like they leave and don't even think about us. Don't talk about us at the dinner table. Fucking, they just ignore us. Some of them do stop and pick us up and try some shit and they're like, oh, that's weird. What a crazy animal that is. And they put us
Yeah.
back and then they leave and like we're like, is this consciousness? Is this ultra dimensionality? Is this like what is it? And it's like it's not. It's like you walking out into the forest and seeing a squirrel up in the tree and he fucking hides inside and you don't even think about it after that. Like it's literally just that as simple as that. There's just a bunch of shit out there and we're just part of it.
Dude,
Like
that.
I feel like
they might look at us like ants too, Joe. And when they fly over and see us, they're like, why do all these ants look the exact same, but they all try to kill each other?
dude.
Maybe that's what makes them want to come and examine us. What the hell makes these people so mean, want to kill their own kind? Drop
Bro,
bombs on each other.
I had this idea on the plane ride back from Vegas, or no, it was the plane ride to Vegas, where I'm looking down from, I don't know, 30,000 feet, and the only thing we can really see moving down there are cars, and they're like tiny little specks. And when we're getting closer to landing, the only thing we see are cars. Even if we're like very close to landing, we still don't see people walking around. I'm like, where are all the people?
It's all
just
cars.
Cars, man.
And buses.
Yeah.
And trucks.
Dude, for some reason, Sonny, I think it might be your echo right now. Like, I don't know why it just started happening, but we got a little bit of an echo, dude.
Your hard
when I mute, it's still there.
No, we're good. Nice. But yeah, like visually, if somebody's just flying over accidentally seeing like that squirrel analogy you said, Joe, they probably think we look like cars with zero APR. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a whole civilization of cars down here. They just because they can't see us. Zero APR, zero down.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, so maybe they don't even think that they think we're like Transformers. Like, yeah, we're just made out of cars, and then somehow they build stuff with those wheels. We don't know how to do it. Maybe aliens did it. The aliens are thinking like, oh, they couldn't possibly build the pyramids. They only have wheels for hands.
How silly of them.
Maybe other aliens helped them with everything.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Dude, well, I think it's that time, boys.
It is, man.
Sonny, it's been a pleasure.
Let me see. Is it still echoing? Say bye.
Oh no, we're good.
Okay. That was you. I told you this expensive mic don't mess up. That's
I mean, it sounds great now. It's probably me. I'll back up.
I'm joking. My internet, I think, slowed down.
Well,
Dude,
hell yeah, dude.
thanks for joining. I know. I only told you you're just hopping on for a couple minutes, but dude, that was fun, man.
It was awesome. Thank you guys for having me. This was
Hell
fun.
yeah, brother.
Anytime. Sorry the girls couldn't make it on. I really wanted to see the weather and weirdo report. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. They hopped on, but I guess they just couldn't get service in the casino. So
Oh.
that's the way it goes, man. That's the way it goes. Well, hell yeah, dude.
guys.
Let's do it. Let's do it again soon. Let's do it again
Yeah.
soon.
Just let me know.
Oh yeah.
I'm always
Hell
ready.
yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
I like it, dude.
All right,
Well,
brother.
hey, man. I'll talk to you later.
Peace, dude.
It's
Yeah,
been a while
guys.
since we've done this. I'm out
I know.
of the
What do we
groove,
do?
and I don't know what to
forgot
do
we
now.
do. So do you
I
want to
think-
stay on for the outro?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, go ahead.
This has been another episode of UFO Garage. Say, we'll see you on Tuesday to talk about shit. I don't know. We'll figure it out between now and Tuesday, or we'll figure it out on Tuesday. Usually about an hour and a half to 2 hours before we go on. You know, that's the way it goes, though. Hell yeah! If you guys have any ideas, you pitch them over here, man. We'll talk about it. All right. Hey,
Hell yeah.
I love you guys.
Love you guys.
We'll
Thank
see
you,
y'all
man.
later.
Peace, y'all.
Bye.